Coach Zavi, thank you very much for your time, my brother. How are you doing?
We're doing well, we're healthy.
Healthy.
Yeah.
No stress for tomorrow.
Nah, it's part of the game. I think I've been in football long enough to know, that how to control my emotions, and I try and figure it out in terms of how to be emotionally in control. And also, if you plan well, like preparation brings confidence. So I'm confident. I think the team is confident as well.
Good. Coach, not a start you'll have wanted. 2 games, 1 draw, 1 loss, still no win. What do you make of these past 2 games?
It's important that we look at ourselves. I think it's important that we look at ourselves. And if you look at the 2 games that we played, I don't think we were too bad. I mean, even the first game, if we go back to the first game, 6 shots on target in the first half. We take 1 chance, the opposition get their first shot. The 47th minute of the game, they take their chance. It's 1-1, and then second half they get 1 more shot on target, they score. And that's just how the game went. But also, if you don't take your chances, you don't win. So we don't want to keep singing the same song. That's one thing that we've been saying. Second game, once again we go in the lead and then we just lose the lead. So we've been working a lot on our defense in terms of how we leak goals, because if we keep a clean sheet, we'll always stand a chance of winning the game, because I'm sure we'll always create chances.
Speaking about conceding 3 in 2 games, no clean sheet. I'm sure tomorrow's game, which is a tough one by the way, we are looking to get that clean sheet, which I think is a foundation for your win, because you're able to not to concede, and you get 1, you score, and
Sure.
you got a win.
Look, like you said, if we keep a clean sheet, we win the game. I think, because I think we will score tomorrow. I think the opponent stands a good chance of scoring, but I hope they don't score. It's important that concentration, especially in derby games, it's not really too much about the tactical stuff, the technical stuff. You can work on that all the time. Could be lapses of concentration for us, for them. It's about who takes their chances on the day, who defends well. So it's all about what we do in each box that we play in, whether it be defensively or offensively. We have to take our chances. Firstly, we've got to create the chances. We've got to create the chances, believe that we can play. Because there's also a young group of players, especially in midfield. We do miss the likes of Spanish, Manju. We do miss a lot of players. But it's all about also building, especially Varsity Cup competitions. There's a lack of continuation, because players also move on and so on. And to be at Wits University and to study at this level, I mean, it's one of the highest institutions in Africa, if not the highest. So it's very challenging for especially footballers to find a good balance with it, and that's something that we continuously work hard towards.
Coach, I was here for the first game. I did watch your game against NW, which I think you played well, because even NW, I've seen them before, the type of football they play. They were not able to express themselves the way they usually do. But like you say, if you keep on conceding and you play well and not take your chances, it basically means you don't win games. So for tomorrow, what is your approach to ensure that you get those 3 points?
Look, we're going to play on the front foot, that's one thing for sure. We look to have numerical advantages all over the pitch, whether it be defensively, offensively, in every zone that we've put out. We also have to try and restrict the opponent getting into the spaces that they want to get into. We also have to be flexible in terms of how we play. We don't want to be too one-dimensional in terms of trying to keep the ball on the ground or trying to play long balls, but it's playing in the situation that is very important for us tomorrow, whether we play around the press, through it, dribble through the press, or play over it. And it's about also playing with confidence, because it's a derby. At the end of the day, you want to play with confidence, so the crowd can also be behind you, because they get confidence from us and vice versa. So hopefully going into this game and how we approach it with enthusiasm, with energy, with good passion for what we want to do, hopefully we excel.
Coach, you mentioned that you've got a couple of young players here. Tomorrow is a big one. It's a derby. Emotions will be high. What are you doing to prepare these boys mentally so that they are not, the occasion, they're not, maybe, sometimes players, they look around, it's full, it's packed, and they start doing their own thing, not what you told them.
It's true. And that's what happened in the last 2 games also. And I mean, even the crowd in UK's energy was a bit tough, because even getting the message across to the players was a bit too loud, was a bit too frantic. We never slowed it down enough, we never closed the long balls enough, which resulted in pressure on us. Second balls weren't falling for us. And look, I got to take my hat off to UKZN coming out in numbers the way they did and the way they approached that second half. I mean, they earned the point. I mean, even the way we concede our goals these days, oh my goodness, doesn't make sense. But it's the way the coin is falling for us. But going back to your question, it's part of their development. We mustn't run away from it as coaches also, that these boys need to develop in hostile environments. So one in UKZN, one tomorrow, we expect a packed stadium. So it's good for our development. We mustn't also just think about now. We have to also think about, you know, the growth of the player going forward and so on. And yes, I understand everybody wants results. We want to win. Everybody wants to support the winning team. And that's what we are definitely going to try and do. How do we prepare the mind? By making sure that the players prepare well, because if you prepare well, that means, like I said in the beginning, confidence comes from that. So there's hopefully going to be a lack of doubt. Anxiety is also a good thing. If there's butterflies, it means you really care. It means you really want to do well. It means that you want to do well in everything you do. Without the ball, you want to work as a team. And yeah, we'll just hopefully push the players to continue thinking like that and not think too much about what's happening in the stands.
In terms of the starting 11, can we expect changes, or you are happy with the players that you've utilized in the past two games? Or maybe last game I think we saw Aiden coming back into the team. Any new players who have not played, who are we looking to see in tomorrow's game?
Look, also I don't want to give too much away, but I mean, I know it's something typical that coaches would say, but one thing I always tell players, and all the time, I mean, I've stuck by it. It's my DNA that every week that starts is a fresh week where players can lift their hands up, you know, especially when results are not going your way. But also, it's important that a coach also sticks to, in terms of formation and the way we play, it's important that we stick to our guns and we believe in the system, because I think the last two games we never did badly. We created chances. It's not like we're not creating chances, not like we're not defensively solid. Yes, maybe the goals that we're conceding looks like we're not, but I still think we still have numerical advantages all over the place. So like I said, I don't want to give away too much, and to respect your question, we'll maybe make a change or two. Depends also how players are today in terms of the match prep, because we still have to put the icing on the cake.
Last one, we know Auckland Park is just around the corner. They'll come in numbers.
Yeah.
What's your message to the Wits community?
And you know, that's typical UJ. They always get behind their sporting codes, no matter what sporting code it is. But I'm sure Wits the same thing, you know. And it's a derby. I know former players will be here. Different sporting codes will be here in numbers from Wits. That's one thing for sure. And look, we all love the yellow, blue and white colors, so I know they'll be here in numbers. Like we did a few years ago for the final, it was always chock a block. But also it comes back to us. You got to play attractive football, you got to play attacking football, you got to try and score goals and also entertain. Because once you do that, people want to always come and watch. And it's important that you keep entertaining, because football is entertainment. It's an entertaining sport, and I appeal to my players also to make sure that they entertain and make sure that we play the free-flowing football that we want to play and take a lot of risks.
Coach, thank you very much for your time, and all the best tomorrow.
Appreciate it.